My Gavanan Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arachar Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Kingdom of Gondor with this, a 1 hour long special celebrating that most special time of year, Christmas. And because it's episode number 10. But before we begin, there are a few modding things I want to talk about, and the first is staring at us all right in the face straight away, and that is this little square here. I did what I said I would, and I've removed it. So no longer does the border of the eastern bank stretch across this river. It now joins up with the border of the Forest of Ithilien at this river, which is a nice little fixer, in my opinion. But the even better news, and something that we'll hold close to our chest for now, but you will get it in 1.2, and that is that the Elite Dwarf, the gentleman who has brought the new fort models that you'll see in the Dol Amroth overview video. Well, at least you'll see the Gondorian ones, and you'll see those in the overview videos as we come, and then indeed 1.2 comes out next week. But the same gentleman who's built the campaign strategy models of the forts has also produced a brand new, unique to Divide and Conquer set of generic Northern European towns. So the village, the town, large town, city and large city of the nations of Rohan, Bree, Dorwinion and Dale are all now totally redone, and they're based on they take the model, or they take the buildings from the Esgaroth model, which I believe in turn is taken from that village model there. I'm not entirely certain, but anyway, they're new, they look really cool, and they're a little less medieval Europe and a little bit more fantasy, I suppose. I really like them. I think it's done really well with them. So they're coming in 1.2 as well, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, let's just carry on with our success. As many of you will have seen if you've watched the Angmar video already, the Angmar one is really turning a corner and we're doing reasonably well. And I'm hoping to continue that impetus with Gondor as we press deeper and harder onto the forces of Mordor. However, at the moment, they are besieging Henneth Annun, and we are going to have to do something about that.
Stick you.
Oh, there's the Orc Host. That's a new Mordorian unit that I haven't even spoken about. There's a new unit for Mordor. You've all got it in 1.1, because this is version 1.1. And there's a new unit for Mordor. But I think we're at an end turn. I'm just trying to refresh my memory. Sorry, I'm having a drink as well. Long day. I'm waiting for Rise of the Rajas to come out of that Age of Empires, but Steam assures me that it'll release in about an hour, so that's perfect timing to record this video before then. Oh, you don't need to sit there with 2 units of defenders, do you? That's a waste of time. Are you training anyone else? No, you're not. I'll take you and you. Go and join Angmar. Now, there are a few things that some of you said about the Gondor overview video, and allow me to apologise. There are always going to be hiccups with the first one, but it still annoyed me to no end. And that is that, yes, in the Dol Amroth one won't be affected because I recorded it straight after the Gondor one. But I will talk about who your faction leader is, who your faction heir is, where your capital is, which units have unique custom bodyguards, all of those things. And so I'll add those in as well, because at the moment I don't talk about those things. Oh no, hold on. The Henneth Annun army has abandoned their attack, and they've tried to walk past us, where we're now ambushing him. But there's no way this army is going to do anything to that army. Oh wow, look at that. What are the Orc Hosts like, actually? I've never really seen their stats. Reasonably low tier, aren't they? Well, they have got some low Gamprim. Medium to elites of Rune. We've just not got very much of anything. I mean, 8 and 5 of those. I think it's probably going to be best to withdraw. Yeah, they didn't attack us. Good. Where am I sending this army as well? I'm a little lost, evidently. No, I don't want any.
Awaiting your command.
Yes, the invasion has ended. But that shouldn't be something I celebrate, actually. There's a very strong possibility that that means the invasion is going to kick off again and come at us from somewhere else. Now, what do we think is the best thing to get here? Roads for money and transportation, fort town posts for the one-off hit of those fort units, improve their leatherworking skills, or even get stables up. We're still a ways from the barracks event. I'm going to go for leatherworker on the initial. Sterolons, you're not really that important, but still, mines are always worthwhile, so have some mines. To Kirith Yor. Can't really do out. Get yourself a leather tanner and call it a quits at that. How are you doing? You got anything worthwhile? Not especially. Longgallen's building its port, Ceradon's building its mines. Kalembel. Oh, you can get farming. That's definitely a potential. Oh, so can you. Kalembel's got more money though. You've got about the same population. No, we'll go for it in there. Right, troops up here.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
You're really trapped, aren't you? Dear.
Orders. Captain
Do we
of
think that
Gondor.
they need anything? Oh, probably.
Maintain order.
I've just seen that general over there as well.
Ready your weapons.
Dervin's making his way over.
Onward.
Continue to do so,
Protect
sir.
the blood of Numenor.
Oh, there's Umbar.
That's right, fool. It's an enemy ship.
That's right, fool. It's an enemy ship. Oh, really? I had not noticed that. Right, Angbor the Just.
Captain of
What should we
Gondor.
do with you? Oh, you can make it all the way to him. That's phenomenal. Well done, sir.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
And that strengthens that army.
Your will,
So
my
you
lord.
can quite easily come to there.
Awaiting
You can
your
join
command.
together. And then hopefully Radhair won't attack you. And if he does, it might call in the garrison from there, which we can get some archers. I'm assuming you can all retrain because you were only like 1 or 2 of you were killed. Minas Morgul, oh, they're knocking on the door. They're knocking on the door. Do we attack
Ready
it
your
now?
weapons.
Do we think we've got enough?
Slay them.
Oh, I didn't even build siege equipment, so no, we don't.
By your command. As
What's
you
our money
wish.
like? Oh, we're really,
Urging
really,
armies,
really
my
earning
lord.
well, aren't we? We're doing incredibly well on the money front. Oh, another thing that is coming new to the mod in terms of added features is, again, the Elite Dwarf has built a new resource. By that I mean these things dotted around the map, but it's an unconventional resource in the same way that the Gates of the Argonath are, and indeed the Tower of Durin, which is up here on a point somewhere. And that is because it won't actually bring any resources to the nation, but the beacons of Gondor are going to be added to the mountain range. And they're pretty much going to be placed where I've put these watchtowers, to be honest. And so to a little bit of explanation about that, because I think we're going to go into an end turn. Oh, let's just make sure that we're not sending
My
our
lord.
diplomat anywhere. Oh, look, there's Dol Guldur again. Oh, and
Without question,
Lothlorien's under
what is
attack.
it you wish to discuss?
Don't have an alliance then, but go map information. Who are you allied to?
This
Rohan.
seems
Oh, you
very
must want
well.
an alliance
What
with us.
else
Come
do
on.
you have? It's good
Yeah.
an honour and a pleasure.
Oh, you're not doing very well, are you? Oh, dear.
Yes. Tomorrow's journey planned out.
Right, so we'll end the turn. Right, so what do we know of the beacons? Well, we know the beacons that are north of the White Mountains, and they stretch up to a place called Halathirion. Halathirion is quite famous in Gondor, and certainly in the later years of Gondor, maybe not so in the early years, because it was hidden for a long time, but it was for a long time the burial place of Elendil. And this fact was only known to the rulers of Gondor. Indeed, when steward Cirion, the Cirion and Eorl, the Oath of Eorl, the Oath of Cirion, the steward who gave Calanathan to Eorl to found Rohan, he instructed that the oath would be taken atop the hill of I think the hill's called Halathirion, or the wood is called Halathirion. But anyway, and so they actually swore the oath over the grave of Elendil, and at that, I think then, or possibly later, Elendil was then moved to Minas Tirith. Right, they're attacking us, but this time I feel like we might be able to do it. But anyway, the river just to the far left of the screen, it's just gone there. But basically the border of the Aldburg province, which is the East Fold, and the Calenhad province, which is that castle just north of Minas Tirith, where those two meet is actually where the last beacon was. But because on this battle map, on this campaign map, that isn't very much space at all, and we know that there were 7 beacons on the northern side between Amundine, which is just north of Minas Tirith, and Amun Anwar or Halathirion. But there's not enough room to fit them all in, so we are going to extend them, so the beacons will actually go up to Aldburg, which is a break from the law, but it's only a minor one, and it does add a nice cool little feature. But on the southern side, we're entirely uncertain as to where the beacons were placed. So the beacons are just going to be placed at random intervals where we think they'd fit. Our army is just so depleted. the best thing that we can do here is to try and fight them on as steep a hill as possible. But the steepest hill really is if they were coming up here, but we can't angle them round to do that. So we're left with, I mean, where we are currently, maybe here's a bit steeper. Yeah, let's try and go here instead. And if you're wondering why, it is because, of course, you get bonuses if you're fighting downhill. We just have hardly any troops, but this has also given our generals at least some time to replenish. And we've got these 2 whole new units of peacekeepers. So. The other thing that I'm going to bring to the faction overviews, as somebody suggested, is on the battle side of it, to tell you which units have an upgraded look that looks similar to the films. Because, obviously, we get so many questions of people asking us that their dwarves don't look anything like the dwarves from The Hobbit. Can we please add that in? And it's because they just don't realise that if you upgrade their armour, they will look exactly like the movie. And so adding that into the overviews will alleviate at least some of that confusion. But the reason people have mentioned that already is because I didn't talk about it in the Gondor video, and I've already had one comment of somebody saying these units here, the Gondor Spearmen, they have 2 visual upgrades. So they look like this to begin with, then there's a middle tier, and then there's another upgrade after that. But I didn't mention that in the Gondor upgrade overview video, which I'm very, very annoyed about. And I've already had one question of someone asking why we decided to change the look of the Gondor Spearmen in version 1.2 to make them look so less armoured. It just made me want to smack my own teeth in, to be honest. Because oh, the PR department of a company that makes games is not a job I would ever want. How they do it is beyond me. How they have the patience to endure the community is beyond me. But then they don't have this much direct contact with the community, actually, do they? So it's probably not very hard at all, because you post a post, for example, on, I don't know, on your own forum, or maybe you send out a newsletter, or you email people saying, hey, we're updating a game. And whilst they're welcome to then comment on said notification, you're under no obligation to reply to their comments. And it doesn't seem to affect your sales at all if you don't reply. But that being said, some companies, for example Amazon, who have built, certainly in the UK, have built a massive reputation of having incredible customer service, that has massively impacted why people use them, and even if people bother using them. So I wonder if games do comment and reply to comments on their forums, if that then in turn would actually increase their sales, because they'd earn a reputation as being helpful and replying to things. But anyway, games companies do not have anywhere near the level of community engagement as a mod does, because we're constantly talking to our followers. And a game just doesn't have to have that. Right, make sure they don't get a bonus against you. Charge them down to at least alleviate some of it. You 2 cav units, come out here. Try and kill off their archers. Have faith in the silver tree! Everybody look at that unit longingly, because it no longer exists. What I really need from you guys is to shoot your javelins at those. Shoot! Throw your javelins at the Loke Gamp. Because Loke Gamprim are a form of pikemen, and they're going to do a lot of damage to us. I don't want anyone on defense, actually. If you could, like, properly cycle, so that we're fully flanking everyone that we can. Oh, and they cut off our cavalry. Pull out. Those units are massively outnumbered. But we have sent in support in the form of spearmen. You can come and help flank. Hit those archers. I'm going to see Star Wars on Friday, everyone. I'm very excited. This is, of course, recorded on Monday, not Tuesday, but you're watching it on Tuesday, if indeed you are. Who knows? But perfect time to see Star Wars, because I get very into Star Wars. I thoroughly enjoy it. The Mon Cal are my favourite race. Admiral Akbar so far has been my favourite character. and just the backstory of Mon Calamari, which technically doesn't exist anymore owing to their new Disney changes. But anyway, I really like Star Wars, and when I watch Star Wars, you get really into it. And you get so into it that you kind of forget your own reality for a time, which is the best thing that a film can ask of you. So when your own reality then suddenly dawns on you, this is well, I suppose I should start this off by saying this is why I never watch films on a weekday night when you've got work the next day. Because when your reality dawns on you that you don't live in Star Wars, and you realise that actually you've got to go home, go to bed, wake up and go to work, and thus totally snap you back to reality, it's highly sobering. So I try to watch films at weekends where you can at least go home, stay up late, and research any questions you might have, which I often have a lot of questions, and I like to research
half
them.
their men.
And secondly, you can then know that you can wake up the next day and you've got nothing to do, so there's that at least gives you something to look forward to. After the crushing realization that this is not your reality and we haven't even reached the stars yet. Well, so watching it this Friday is arguably the best possible time to watch it, because not only do you go home and realise you haven't got work the next day, but it is in fact Christmas Eve the next day. Plenty of positives. If you're wondering what the Orc host looked like, because the Mordor overview video I think is toward the end, I think most of the evil nations come last, they basically just look like standard Orc troops, but they've got an axe and a shield, or some of them have got like hatchets and shields, or sword and shield, or maul and shield. And they're just a very sort of basic, mainstream Orc unit to help pad out the early game, which is why I was surprised that the rating was so heavily in the Orcs' favour. Because the Orc host are not very good by any stretch. And even though we're severely depleted in numbers, we're much better than those Orcs. And we've got a very good general. So I was surprised when it thought that, and which is why I'm not surprised at all to see that we're absolutely annihilating them. And those Loke Gamprin have been destroyed. That's why you don't let pikemen get surrounded. The biggest weakness, pikemen are incredibly effective if they are attacking the enemy from the front and left to their own devices, so it's just one-on-one, front v front. They can go toe-to-toe with almost anyone. Even farmhand pikemen, this unit, can do incredibly well when if used correctly. But those Loke Gamprin were completely surrounded, cut off from their allies, and it's done exactly as we can hope it would do. It's just killed them all. I think the only thing really left fighting now as well are the archers. But they'll run away soon enough. In fact, I think they're already starting it. We can go to times 6.
The enemy army flees
Continue,
the field.
chase them all
Pursue
down.
and run them down.
Everybody stop except for you, who carry on chasing those, and you carry on chasing those. Capture as many as we can. Let's try and let as few get away as possible. Yeah, we'll take that.
The enemy are
268
utterly
losses,
vanquished.
1,626 dead.
This is a great victory worthy of only the mightiest of
290 kills from a unit of those peacekeepers. So arguably, with both peacekeepers adding a huge kill ratio to that. I mean, look at that. That's insane. 536 kills from the peacekeepers alone. Take those out, and that would have been a close battle. But the presence of that extra peacekeeper battalion has aided us beyond measure. Leader, heir, capital. Sorry, I realised I stopped talking there. Kill them all. That is a very, very decisive victory. We've really, if Harad and Khand are content to just sit there for a little while, then I think we've got the drop on Mordor here. Ah, no, thank you. Despite the fact that your name means mighty, I can't use you. Dol Guldur has the ring, and that's not very far north, but we can't spare an army at this time. Can't be done. Alright, what we will do is bring you round from this side.
Let us claim this field.
They're all retraining, that's good. I'm tempted to get something like a military academy there, but as one of our beta testers has pointed out to me, something I didn't know, El Monstero, so thank you very much, is that a city, each city, is actually has a hard-coded limit of 40% that retraining can run to. So anything over that is just totally wasted. So as he has suggested, there's a feature which I do know of because the guilds utilise it, but I've not really used it at all because I think it might be a bit too overpowered. But I suppose there's scope for it, and that is adding in faction-wide bonuses to certain buildings. So obviously that needs to be toned down, but the unique buildings that you get, like the Great Gates, like the Tower of Icthalion, which reduce retraining costs themselves, things like that are probably going to be swapped out to give you faction-wide bonuses. We'll see. I'll have a little play around with it all. We can get another hall on top of the one we've already got. There is no reason not to do that, especially in Minas Tirith. It improves everything. I would like some archers though, because our army is currently underperforming archer-wise. It's annoying when you've got a full list, isn't it? There we are. Also, have we got the Amrothian barracks here? No, we haven't. Let's take this opportunity to get that and get some squires out. What else can we build? Eric, are you a town yet? No, you're not. I could get that building and... Oh, you've got so long to go before you upgrade. Can you even upgrade? Reduce building capacities. Oh, who knows how far they can go then. I certainly don't. Ah, you could do with getting something extra. You could do with growing as fast as possible as well, actually. None of those help that. But I will take an archery range because you are one of our frontline cities. Oh, good lord! There's someone coming. Yeah, throw in one of those. Can't hurt to bolster the garrison, can it? That's about to get 3 free upkeep, so we'll take a unit of those. Oh, you've got the Seal of the Steward. He's got the thing to become the future heir of the realm, but you are the heir of the realm. Ah, should we actually try and decide who's going to be the heir? Do we even get that luxury? No, we don't. There is literally no one else that can take it other than Denethor's brother-in-law, Angbor the Just. Oh, Araval. Boromir's son's only 7. Not too long till he could take it, I suppose. But I think that's all we can do with our money. So let's attack. I don't see any reason to not finish these people. Oh, now the question here is: do we just auto-resolve this, or do we fight it ourselves? It's 30-7 in our favour. Christ, that's loads of deaths. That was not a good idea. That was an incredibly poor idea.
Never shall they return. Maintain order.
Oh, well, you can't win them all, can you?
By your command.
You can certainly win them better than that, though. That was stupid. Stupid. That army is pathetic now. None of those units are at full capacity. Oh, dear.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Okay.
Maintain order.
Okay. Right, you there, Otar, go to Minas Morgul, join in. You are going to go to Minas Morgul. 152 of them, 77 of them.
Yes.
Oh, where did you join? Who did you join? Oh, there's 111. That's worked out all right. Anything else you can take? You've got 84 billions.
Protect the blood of Numenor. As you wish.
And you got 101 and 3. I'm fairly certain that this can train if it didn't. No, it can't. You probably should be able to. Okay. You can all be retrained in Minas Tirith, actually. So, leave behind those two. Go into there to get free upkeep. Derafin, come back to Minas Tirith and get rid of those. Well, keep the cavalry. And just retrain everything you can, please. I know it's going to take 2 turns to fully cycle through, but that was a very bad decision on my part, and I feel foolish. But there's always losses in war. Kaladin, how are you doing? Oh, Grima's been there for ages. Sod off! Alrighty, I think we're at another end turn. What's our diplomat doing? Heading to Anduin.
Without question.
That's not Anduin.
Untrustworthy foe, what lies do you bring us then?
Make demand, regular tribute. I don't know. Give us 300 4 times. Oh, they're loving it.
We have no complaints with this plan.
Oh, why are you?
We accept.
Oh, the phone is. Sorry, I had something vibrating. We've reached Moria. We've reached the Misty Mountains. Thank you, thank you.
As you wish.
What has the Misty Mountains got then? You've got Western Moria. You've still got all of the mountains. And Bryn, and Gundabad, and the fort at the top there. That fort has since been changed into a dwarven fort. If you're looking for the new forts when the next one comes. We've reached Imladris. Faction announcements. Some people have gotten better at stuff. Good, good. Well, it looks like Mordor is shaping up to come and have a pop. Oh, we've left Angbor in there alone. 3,000 these. I didn't even talk about Osgiliath, did I, in the faction overview? You can rebuild Osgiliath. You need to get it to 3,000 people, but then you can rebuild it. Oh, you can train a lot. But they're going to be done, so add in one of those. See if it works. And I'd quite like you to add a Steward's Hall, and I'd quite like you... Oh, you're already at Royal Hall. You're very Gondorian, so no concern there. But yeah, go on, chuck in a Royal Hall. We'll try and defend you a bit better this time. End the turn. Oh, I forgot about you. We've got a lot of generals again, haven't we? They're coming out of the woodwork. Some people are very disappointed that I've killed all the generals, but personally, I'm just not bothered. I mean, yes, it's cool to have unique generals and to keep them alive, because they get unique bodyguards and it adds something extra, but at the end of the day, they are just generals, and it doesn't really make too much difference. Another adoption.
Captain of Gondor, let us set up camp here.
What's the deal with a leather worker? I'm tempted with roads, although roads are going to help them more than they're going to help us. I don't know, because they'll be able to get into our lands quicker if they take it. No, let's go with the fort, because it does give you money as well. Training unit of those. Callan had got its fort town, but you've already got as much upkeep as you're going to get. And a long time before you upgrade, so I'm happy to just kind of keep you like that, to be honest. Pelagia got its Steward's Hall as expected, so now it gets 3 free upkeep. It hasn't even got a market. It hasn't even got a leather tanner. Minor city. It can upgrade once more though. We'll take a market from you. Is our money coming down or do we just build things? No, I think we just built things. They're training. It's just Gilead. Can't recruit anything, but it's got that one. Ah, they're all training, which is good. I'm not bothered about the army at Henneth Annun. I think Henneth Annun can hold itself. Ah, no, it's only got 1 unit of archers. It's not going to hold itself that well. Well, curses. Go on, take one of them. Oh, we need to really get a wriggle on it. Harad are not going to let us wait this long. They will be back. Take a grain exchange when you're done. Brethiel, not really focused on you. Oh, you can build me one of them right now. And then you can get a mine. Go on then. I know that it's not a very big return on those smaller mines, but when they only give you 150, it's not really bringing you much.
My lord.
Is there something I can do for you?
Oh, this is an Orcs of the Misty
That is
Mountains
all.
village. Oh, I thought it was Anduin still. And they've taken that one as well. Very well. Head up here, try and find Mithelberg.
Without question.
Of course, that's
Tomorrow's
the symbol
journey
for the Misty
planned
Mountains, isn't it? Idiot. Ugh. Idiot, idiot, idiot. Out over this side, still nothing doing. No real. Well, we won't have any threat there unless Isengard decide that coming through that gap is suddenly very important to them. But until such a time, we won't concern ourselves. Long Gallen, you're probably 1 away now. 2 away. We'll wait out. End the turn again. We have a reasonable army from here, actually. I just suddenly thought. I mean, the Fountain Guard and Denethor will obviously stay behind. If we took you two... Well, we can do it on the next turn, actually. Well, you might as well go there now, because it's under threat. from the garrison here as well. I mean, you've got 2 of those.
Yes.
Throw those in. Get those involved. What else? What else? Nothing. The rest of you are just waiting for retraining. I mean, they're not the best units, so it's not the end of the world, but I would just like them retrained. And we can retrain some. I'm not going to... That's a waste putting him in there, actually. We're about to train a full sort of army of them all. I'm tempted, actually, to throw you in there, because you're just very good.
As you wish.
Yeah, what the hell. We make enough money. It doesn't matter, does it? There's that guy making his way to the fort. He's already on his way. He can trade some of those next turn. End of turn. Have to remember that. Get some mercenary Lasanic axemen. Mercenaries. Captain Delosh. You do something about this deluge. Captain Delosh comes with Temple Guard and Temple Knights. Their archers outclass our own. Very well.
Yes, my lord.
Give all we can, men.
To attack.
All we can. They've built a ladder, which is interesting because they won't need that. Now, to everything I've heard, oh, this is taking a long time, which never bodes well. I'm not going to say anything until we know we're in. I'm expecting it to tell me that it won't work in a moment, everyone. If I click, is that going to change to a normal cursor? Oh, no. And again, no. Ah, and there we are. Bear with me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. For reasons unknown, maybe those units, my units, maybe the battle map just doesn't work for me, but Henneth Annun just wouldn't work. Just wouldn't load up. Crashed 2 other more times. Nothing in the crash log to suggest why. Just wouldn't work. And now I come at an impasse because I genuinely thought I might be able to win this one. I had strong feeling because these Orc hosts are useless. And Orc Maulers, whilst good, if you can surround them, they quickly become pathetic. Orc Archer's not a threat. Now, the Temple units are incredibly good, so they probably would have swayed it, but I don't want to cheat and automatically make myself win, but likewise, I don't want the results that I'm going to get if I auto-resolve. But as this is an error entirely somehow with us and the mod, we're going to lose. Oh, God. Clear defeat. I mean, come on. How did we only kill 114 of them? We're Gondorians. That is a joke. Well, we've lost Henneth Annun through very, very suspicious circumstances. Now, on the plus side, Henneth Annun is actually incredibly poor. Only made 370 gold. Now, what we'll do is we'll assault it and see if, by assaulting it ourselves, if we can then attack it. Who knows? We'll find out in a moment. Umbar's still trying to bribe towns off of us. Right, and we'll assault it very, very easily because our army has just been made ready.
Protect the blood of Numenor. Quell this evil.
Head up there, and all of you, save for you and you, go and join in. And there we are, an army out of nowhere. Let's not forget that we were going to train a unit of Lasanic axemen.
Onward.
Oh, look, we've even got
Let us set up camp here.
even more units to throw at it.
Joining forces, my lord.
Oh, I can retrain them, but I don't know what it'll do. Righty, roo.
Captain of Gondor.
Did we take the Fountain Guard with us?
Protect the
Yes, we
blood
did.
of Numenor.
Isn't it? I just noticed we can get another unit of them. Gonna turn that down.
Awaiting your command.
Denthor, you might as well go
Captain of
back.
Gondor.
Doesn't make that when you're earning what, 6,000, give or take. No, 8,000. Having 250 saved isn't really worth it, is it? So. Right, and I'm also not worried about Minas Morgul. What they're besieging it with is just a joke.
Quell this evil.
Right, sod off! What on earth do you think you're doing? You're never going to take it with that many. In fact, I can show you how little chance you have by probably killing most of you with my 2 generals alone. Oh, that's a risky move, actually, isn't it?
I'm gonna
Anyway, they're not
stick
besieging
you.
us anymore.
Maintain order.
And you're a turn away
Fulfill
from
the
Henneth
enemies
Annun,
of Gondor.
where we will see if the problem is us or someone else. Free upkeep here is only 1. You're going to upgrade in ages, so get some chicken farming in. Karasast, Pelagia, what are you building? Oh, if I could click on you, that would be much appreciated. You're building a market. You have a very long way to go as well, but you're not as really useful to us, let's be honest. Fanron's building, Breath is building, Ethering, you're not building anything. I'll take your communal farming. Kalembel, you're not building, I'll take that. Oh right, I think we're at another end turn.
My lord. Yes, tomorrow's
Stomping
journey
through while we
planned
just
out.
consolidate elsewhere. Dol Amroth doing well at keeping Harad at bay as well, actually. We don't have to head south just yet. Oh, 30 of those.
As you wish.
I've got some more of those in the castle. You can join together and we'll retrain you together. You're building me that, then I suppose you might as well get me a stables, actually. Okay, on to another end turn. The army here, once it wins, I'm very tempted, in fact, to go to the Black Gate. Shut down Mordor's avenues to us completely. Because if Henneth Annun is going to be broken, I would like to just remove it as a place where battles are going to take, or battles might happen. Now, I've had reports from many people that Henneth Annun has black textures. So I know that a lot of people can play the battle map with no problem at all. So it could well just be my setup, my computer. Any number of factors with towns and things like that. The game as well. I mean, there's from even one game to the next, someone will have some sort of crash that another person will never have. And so you've just constantly got to be on guard because you never know. You never know what is going to crash your game and what might crash someone else's game.
Have a taste of my blade.
Ah, right. The enemy's come out of Henneth Annun to meet us. Long Gallon built its port. Do we upgrade it to a shipwright straight away? Or do we get a merchant's wharf? They cost the same. Merchant's wharf, please. Kairan just got a leatherwork. You can get communal farm. You can get Stuart's Hall. I'm actually very tempted to do that. Improving castles is improving our front line is ideal. So. Cerelon built its mines. You might as well throw one of those in then. Finish yourself off. And Tarnost. 16 turns before we can get some squires. That's annoying. Can't really get anything from the meeting hall until we can upgrade. When it upgrades, you can get a lot more from it. And that's that. Well done. How long until that unit is actually going to be ready? 8 turns. That's bloody ages. They're all quite a way away, actually. 2 more turns until that's ready.
Orders.
You're heading into there, where you'll join together. Be retrained, if possible.
Protect the blood
Now,
of
what to do with
Numenor.
you and that extra general that we just got?
Captain of Gondor.
You head into there for
Protect the
now.
blood of
I'd
Numenor.
quite like the Axemen of the Sarnik to head into there, but...
Captain of Gondor. Onward.
Oh, look, we've got 3 Athelian Rangers. We want to get those out.
Awaiting your command. Captain of Gondor.
Can you go all the way, actually? No, you
Awaiting
can't.
your command. Maintain order. Protect the blood of Numenor.
8 men
Assail
lost.
the enemies of Gondor. We shall remember this day. Captain of Gondor.
Lost some of those
Awaiting your
Lasarnik
command.
Axemen there. That was probably a bad idea in hindsight. Right, you guys head over there as
By your
well,
command.
because you can also be retrained quite nicely eventually. It'll take some time, but we'll get you there.
Captain of Gondor.
Leave your Lasarnik Axemen in
As you
there.
wish.
They can be of some use.
Maintain order.
You become the garrison commander of Eastern Osgiliath.
Protect the blood of Numenor. I'm gonna
Alright,
stick you.
we have Mordor to deal with. How many archers have we got? Some Athelians, 1 unit of archers, and that's it. What have they
Have a
got?
taste of my blade.
Their Temple Guard and Temple Knights are both in this army. We'll try and ride those down. But it's the fastest way to Henneth Annun. And we've got to stop them from getting Caerandros. So we march.
Awaiting your command.
For honour's sake, for glory's sake, for duty's sake, we march. Save the battle. To war, men, in a glorious day. We want to minimise our casualties here. Use the cavalry as much as possible. And they're going to hide in the trees like the cowards that they are. Although their allies are going to come in over there. So we could quite easily cut those off, which should force the enemy into action. do like that. So, send our generals over there. Fountain Guard, Spearmen, Guardsmen, form the front line. Sarnak, you gentlemen, come... Oh, no, yeah, we can do a... Oh, no, we haven't got enough of the trees to really want to do that. Do we really want to try and hide people here? I'm not sure that it's worth it. Although you are all hidden, so what the hell. We might be able to find a use for you. Spring a trap. I'm not overly concerned, because other than the 2 temple units, their army is pathetic. Our cavalry will run them down, no trouble.
The enemy have brought up more men.
The enemy is far away on that hill there, but as I say, if we can kick them into gear by attacking their allies, they might rush down off their hill. Also, don't use the Henneth Annun cavalry until we absolutely have to. Oh, that's a glorious charge.
In our favor. Victory will be ours.
Oh, it does look like they're coming to assist, doesn't it? They're tracking our units. Come out of that. Run to there.
The battle is
I
very
don't know if
much
you're going to beat them to it, but try. Run to there. Angbor, pull away. No one else is in anything. It's going to be a very close call if we can get there in time. Alright, that's the captain dead.
Our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Hit those archers before they do anything majorly serious. Well in, well in. Right now, your task is very clear. Temple Knights, stop them. Stop them doing what they want to do.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Everyone else get into position. Oh, they're shooting our Athelian Rangers. Jammy bastard. We ride out for Gondor as our Henneth Annun. We haven't had men of Henneth Annun since Herr Lewin. We say his name with sadness, for Herr Lewin is no longer with us. Form a wall, men. Spears down. Hold back this foul tide. I apologize for my overzealous narration. I just thoroughly enjoy the game.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Now, you're not going to beat the temples in prolonged melee, so pull out. Your goal there was just to stop them. Oh, and our general's not charged. He's brushed them. Got the temple knights, though. Or temple guards, sorry. Good charge. Good charge. Do what you can. Do what you must. Gentlemen, pull out. You're needed elsewhere. They're not going to bother attacking you, so. Yeah, I want you to hit those orc maulers from behind. Who are you guys firing at? Archers. What's the stats? Oh, wow. It's horrifically in our favour. So in our favour. Have you ever seen such ridiculous odds for favouring us? We've killed 40% of them. We've lost 5% of our troops. Oh, and those Temple Guard are totally out. Temple Knights are nothing new, of course, because if you just go to any Orc unit, find the side that the captain stands on, unless they're already dead. Let's try you, maybe. Yeah, there. It's just an army of them. Now, the Temple Guard, of course, are new, because they're just those guys with a cloak and the Númenórean steel bow. Good charge by the cavalry.
Only half the enemy force remains.
They don't have a general either, remember, and we do. The morale advantages are heavily in our favour in this one. We can cause some mass routing by it with some strategically placed charging.
Rangers.
Oh, don't bother hitting them actually. I know I'm pulling you off in mid-charge, which isn't very good. Take out those archers. The Orc hosts have just been charged in the back. Let the kills register. Wavering, turning around. Oh, they've changed to shaken. Maybe the presence of the Temple Knight. I'm pretty sure the Temple Knights... oh, wrong button. I'll tell someone to run. I'm pretty sure they inspire nearby troops. Yes, they do. They inspire nearby troops, and they also have the chanting ability, which allows them to physically improve morale. To stand still and improve upon morale. Which is a useful tool. To any would-be commander. Oh, we're doing well though. We're really doing well, aren't we? Oh, they're routing. They're routing. Come back. We've got our first router. I want you on them. Stop shooting now, please. You'll kill more of us than you will of you. Send in the best.
The battle is very much in our favour.
Charge
Victory
them.
will be
Charge
ours.
them. Charge them. Good charge. Now you guys pull out and let the ground forces do it. Good job, lads. Good job. I saw someone over there running around. Go and see if you can't hit those. The second enemy general has fallen. Captain Ugrat. The Temple Knights are really hanging on though. False temples. That's what we're going to call this episode because of this great little victory here. What's going to be these end stats? 10% of us have died. 100% of them
Behold how our cowardly foe.
have. Not enough of them made it away to make them live. 33. 144. Most kills. Fountain Guard 219. Remember, we don't count bodyguards anymore because they're always good. Of course, we count them because they helped us win. But they're not eligible to get the golden sword. That honour is reserved for our men, our forward men, our militia men-at-arms. There's Melkor, wearing his crown with a Silmaril. Silmarilli? Is that the plural of Silmaril? Kill them all. Have no time for these fools. Right, and given the fact that they left an absolutely abysmal garrison in Henneth Annun, which we can easily run down, Angbor,
Assail the enemies of Gondor.
they'll probably get cocky and attack you, and you'll easily kill them. The rest of you, we're going on.
Let us set up camp here.
Add another watchtower in, just because I realised losing Henneth Annun just lost us all of our sight range of the north.
Quell this evil.
You're heading north.
Greetings, most noble ally.
Oh, sorry, I'm moving the camera around like a madman. Like a nutter! We'll have 2 units of cavalry we can ship north as well in only a short time. And we'll continue to bolster the defence of Minas Morgul. Although we probably should attack Cirith Ungol, but we'll wait. Once this army is retrained... Oh, or should we? I mean, we could take Cirith Ungol quite easily at the moment. This army's pathetic.
Stick you.
No, we'll hold off. We'll hold off. Sorry, I made the clicking noise with my mouth, didn't I? I've just made it many, many times in a row there. Well, you can get one of them. Go on then. You can actually get some extra units too. I'm tempted just to take these 2 out and put some fort units in Calenhad. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Another end turn, I believe. I'm hoping that Mordor do attack us, the Orc Maulers, because he will easily be able to defeat them. I know it seems cocky, but their cavalry are really
my
good.
lord. Without question, as you wish.
Mythelberg's around here somewhere.
Stopping here.
Just up
Tomorrow's journey.
Oh, it's crashed. Bear with me. Welcome back. Well, this is another fascinating lesson for everyone that plays Divide and Conquer and stumbles into crashes, because Just as a little bit of backstory, in one of our campaigns, in our Angmar episode, I don't know if you remember, a few turns back, in our possibly the last episode of Angmar or the one before, there was a crash, wasn't there, in the end turn? No idea what it was. So I took all the fog of war, I came down to the south, and I noticed that Mordor were besieging Henneth Annun. So I moved the guy. No, they were besieging Caer Andros. So I moved the general who was besieging the city, clicked end turn. This time it didn't crash. So this time I thought, I'd noticed on the forums that some people said that merely toggle fog of war is enough to solve the problem. And so, as you can see from my minimap, that is literally all I did. I realised that Rohan was the problem because it was crashing just before Rohan's turn began, which means it's them that's the problem, not Dol Amroth. And I noticed that they were besieging the castle of Foldberg. So I just toggled Fog of War, ended turn, and this time it worked with no problem whatsoever. So I might even release a video to this effect, because we're learning so much here. You can get around these minor crashes by doing the most weird things that solve them. I had no idea why this works. Absolutely not an idea, not a Nelly. But it worked, so here we are. For the end of this episode, I believe, I'm not entirely certain how long this is because I was going off the clock, but there's been these 2 interludes now. But anyway, we are defending as we thought we might. So we might be able to go out on a blaze of glory with Angbor. For those of you who guessed you guessed correctly, and in 1.2, Angbor will have Lamadon clansmen as his bodyguard. Because, of course, for those of you that know, oh, and look, we just realised Henneth Annun does work. And there are the famed black textures that everyone talks about. But they're definitely not in it in Third Age, are they? So there is a problem. It's not the end of the world, though. I mean, it's not breaking the game. It just looks weird. But, of course, Angbor was the prince, or not the prince, was the lord of the fief of Lamadon. Lamadon is the most populous, or one of the most populous fiefs of all of Gondor. Second, I believe, only to Lasarnak and possibly Anorian, just because of the sheer amount of people who live in Minas Tirith. I'm not entirely certain, but Lamadon is a very, very populated fiefdom. And in almost everything I've ever seen, Lamadon always tends to get a unit called Clansman. I'm not entirely certain. Well, it would have said in the... Because Angbor doesn't go to Minas Tirith in the books. Angbor gets his epithet the Fearless because he actually heads south to hold off the Haradrim who are trying to cross the mouths of the Anduin. And he holds them off at Linhir, so they've already crossed the Anduin, and he's defending against them. And that's where Aragorn then arrives with the army of the dead, and Angbor is the only Gondorian out of the thousands with him who stands his ground and faces off against the army of the dead and doesn't run away. And for that, Aragorn grants him the title the Fearless. Quite understandably. And but anyway, so the men of Lamadon, I think, go with Angbor, so they're defending the southern area. They're defending Linhir. They don't go to Minas Tirith. You would think anyway, because their lord doesn't go to Minas Tirith. And so anyway, in 1.2 he will have Lamadon clansmen as his bodyguard, which will make him in the early game a very good general, but in the late game he will fall away. So whereas people like Forlong of Lasarnak, the Lasarnak Axemen are arguably a late game unit that you can just train early on.
We will smash the enemy.
But the Lamadon clansmen are an early game unit that you can train in the early game. Actually, as well, Lamadon clansmen and Lasarnak Axemen are essentially the same unit. One's just a later version of the other one. They're both shock troopers. They both have average armor for their time. They've got very high attack.
The enemy are utterly vanquished.
And there you go. This
is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
For those of you who may not be familiar with cycle charging cavalry, that is exactly how you do it. We lost 3 people. We killed 226, and we were nowhere near done. The capacity for those men to kill even more was there. That's how you cycle charge cavalry, and ideally that is how you're meant to use every single unit of cavalry you ever have, which is why cavalry is a very, very good unit to have in your army, but it's a very, very micro management heavy unit.
The enemy lays siege to
if you have 6 or more cavalry units, it can actually become a hindrance to you because you just can't control them all in the time that you've got. So it can be a bit of a pain, to be honest. But let's don't count our chickens. We can now count our chickens because the turn cycled through and all is well. New mission, send an emissary. I'm trying to do that, actually.
My lord.
Oh, they're besieging the town. You give me a mission to send an emissary to a besieged town.
As you
buggers. Right, Callanhad. You could get a port. Well, we'll hold you on... Well, oh, don't do that. Don't go that way. You'll go through every single town we've got. Kalembel, we'd quite like you to upgrade, so your priority. Pelagi, you got your market. You're miles away from upgrading. Absolutely miles. So let's go for a merchant's wharf. You've got quite a good bit of money. Let's try and improve that. Western Osgiliath, you got that bigger hall, which gives you another free upkeep. And I'll take communal farming for my troubles. Because I'd like you to upgrade as well. And farming doesn't have... I think food production does have a benefit on growth. I could be wrong. I probably am. Taragrondos, let's see what happens if we give you a port. Because you're quite a way out of it, aren't you? Angbor has now got a few things to add to his standards.
I'm gonna
There's an army of Mordor thinking that they can actually do some damage over there. Let's send Hanon, 2 units of Cav.
Captain of Gondor.
You go and join in. You go, and we'll take Hannian.
The blood of Numenor.
Did you train anything else? Yeah, 152 of them. Oh, and they've been retrained. Get them out.
By your command.
You built me your thing, didn't you? Yeah. How about getting a school here then? Let's try and rapidly get the Dunedain culture here while we can. Because if we do lose it again, at least we'll have that to our name. Minas Tirith. You can't retrain, so these units are going to be here for a while. Which is a shame. But it's alright, Minas Tirith doesn't need a garrison, it rarely gets attacked. One turn, we're still our turn. Oh, they're taking forever. And Harad seem to be coming the other way. Maybe, just maybe, we might have the strength here to actually push out and take Tirathoros. We could at least try and raid it, couldn't we? Yorthon, how lucky are you feeling? Because look, they've got apparently nothing. Let's test it. Let's test the water here. Let's send our army out.
Let us set up camp here.
See if we can do some damage. It might...
This evil.
We might prod them into doing something we don't want them to do, though.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Yeah, sod off, you bugger.
I'm gonna stick you. Have a taste of my blade.
Right, we've got 2 battles to fight there, but I think that's about the hour mark, so they can both be in our next episodes. But we'll take down Yagrat and we'll move round onto the gate, and we will cleanse this last army of Radgaz. And Henneth Annun worked then, didn't it? It just worked. No problems whatsoever. So what is causing that to be... What caused that first one, again, is probably just a totally random bug that we have no real say in. So, who knows? We've got more than enough there. I don't think we need to add Angbor to it as well. But I will end that episode there. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I hope you've got some more information about fixing your own bugs, about the mod, and you've just enjoyed it, first and foremost, because I've enjoyed this one a lot, and I hope you enjoy it too. So leave any feedback that you will. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melunin, and farewell.